right, so I guess we should probably get started with this thing, huh?
Yep. I should
Hello.
probably get Reedsy open.
Yeah, right. I don't have it open either yet. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sprints of Consciousness, where we just kind of go on a stream of consciousness and talk in between doing some writing sprints.
So to start, how is your story going?
So I hit the word count goal, and then I struggled through the first half of the week. Wednesday hit, and I was like, all right, I'm putting myself in time out and just kind of not working on this today because I don't want to keep struggling through it. And then yesterday I didn't have time. So it's been
Yeah.
really bad writing wise this week, but I mean, I'm past 50,000 words. Like, that's awesome for less than a month of work. So,
It is. And do you
um,
feel your story is complete? Do you feel like it's cohesive, going in the right direction?
it's not done yet. Part of why I am struggling right now is I feel like my ending motions are kind of anticlimactic. So, like, where I'm at in the writing process right now, so my story beats are basically like Rebecca finds out her parents have died, and then she leaves her old life behind, goes to her parents' old vacation home to kind of handle their affairs and be closer while she's doing that because she knows it'll take a while. So she moves into this vacation home, goes through the start of dealing with their will and stuff like that, starts transferring things over to her name since she's the executor of the will and the beneficiary. So she's starting to go through that, taking care of the death certificate, all the things that come with dealing with somebody's death. And then the day of the funeral, her aunt serves her with papers suing her over the fact that she got everything in the will. So she's dealing with that. And at the same time, there is a haunting in this vacation home that she's moved into. There's strange things happening. She can't quite believe like what they are because she's also a skeptic. So she's trying to navigate like this change in perspective and trying to find out what's happening to her um, while this other stuff is happening. So where I'm at in the story is they've had the first court date. Something came out during the court date that the judge didn't know. So the judge called recess and was like, the next time we meet, you, the aunt, needs to be here physically instead of zooming in on a Zoom call.
Okay.
Rebecca is dealing with the fact that, okay, come Monday, I need to be more prepared for this second meeting. And that's kind of like the climax is what's going on with the court case. The problem is that the haunting is not resolved yet, and the haunting
Mhm.
feels like a less important thing than the court case. So
Ah,
I need to figure out like how to either up the stakes with the haunting or switch things around so that the court case goes the second half of the court case happens later than how I currently have it, so that it's less of a like saunters vaguely downwards
mhm.
after the climax.
See,
Um,
I think I can kind of help with that. Court cases usually take a long time, right?
yeah,
So why doesn't it just get postponed?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because so originally I had it be like, okay, the aunt needs to fly in and she can be there on Monday, but like this was happening on Friday, so I'm thinking that it'll probably be more like I'll just extend that situation so that
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we'll reconvene in 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, sometimes they happen like months out too, so you could drag it out as long as you need to.
I don't think I need to put it that far out. Like I know that court cases can take sometimes years to resolve, but what I think is going to wind up happening, or what I have planned happening, is basically, I don't want to go too far into spoilers, but Rebecca basically hands her aunt her whole ass in the second court case. Like,
Mhm.
professional, dotted her I's, crossed her T's, like, dove into that law because, like, her parents are lawyers, but she's not. Like, she's an investigative journalist. So she doesn't really know the law as well as she probably should. Um, so
But
she's
she knows
trying
how to
to
prepare.
she knows how to prepare, and she's got a good lawyer who worked with her parents. So, like, she's talking to her lawyer and getting her stuff figured out a little bit more. And her best friend, so that's another storyline that's going on. There's basically three plot lines that are happening. Her best friend is moving in, essentially. Um, she has been coming back and forth, um, pretty much this whole time since Rebecca moved to New York. And
Yeah. This is Elena.
yeah, this is Elena. So Elena basically let it slip at one point, like, yeah, I'm going to have to look for a roommate soon because I can't afford this place on my own. Because she's a daycare instructor. She went to school for teaching and wound up not being able to find something. So she is teaching daycare, essentially pre-K. And Rebecca came up with the idea of, well, you're over so much, and, like, I don't have rent living here. I have my taxes and, like, upkeep. So, like, if you want to move in, I've got the space. You're spending all your time here anyway. Like, let's work that out. Elena is in the process of moving in and experiencing the haunting stuff with her at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the solution honestly is just moving back that court date. How is yours going?
Mine is not going as well as I'd hoped.
Oh no.
The last like 3 days, I've only gotten like 600 to 700 words down. And it was because of the holidays. We had my uncle come in from out of town on Tuesday. He was in from Wyoming, and he's moving to Colorado for work and stuff. So he was just here visiting family and uh, came for breakfast and everything. So it was a nice little visit, but we just didn't have a lot of time
This
that
is
day, so I barely got anything done.
this is kind of exactly why this month is one of the worst months to do this.
Right? And then the next day I was doing a bunch of food preparation. Wednesday is like our usual stream of consciousness recording day, and you asked me about it, and I was like, I can't. I'm doing food preparation and all this stuff, and maybe Friday, which is today, and uh,
It's totally
yeah,
fine.
let's see, what did I get done that day? I got 604 words done.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely happens. It's hard to write in the last week of November, and
Yeah,
leading up to Christmas too. Like, I don't know about you, but I tend to have, like, pretty heavy weeks in December too.
well, yeah, because my birthday's in December too, because
Right. So you have your
it's
birthday,
just
you have people coming in from out of town, you have,
my grandma's anniversary.
right. So there's a whole
Just a
bunch of
lot of things
stuff.
going on.
Yeah, and
And then
then
New Year's.
yeah, and, like, I have my brother's birthday is the day after Christmas. So, like, I just have
Oh,
a lot of mental stuff that happens in December. Like, I don't want to sit
yeah.
here and throw my brain at something.
Yeah.
But it's okay. This is also why I started setting up. For those of you who are listening, I have a Discord where we talk about art and writing and stuff like that, and I'm setting up a challenge for January through March to basically write 100,000 words or a full novel, whatever comes first, in the first quarter of the year. So this is why I set it up for that time, because generally speaking, everybody's exhausted. The holidays have taken a lot out of people. People kind of want to go back into their head. They're also thinking about the year ahead and like what is going to happen, like what are their goals, that kind of thing. I think it's a good time of year to challenge yourself to write something and finish it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, right now I am sitting at 43,056 words.
If you put your mind to it, you can get that done by the 30th. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, just have to get 2,000 words done a day.
That's
Which, I've done it.
yeah,
So,
and that's not as hard as it seems, especially if you know what direction you're going and are excited about the part that you're at.
yeah. So, my story starts with Claire and her mother finding out that the ship that sank her father has been found, and the remains have been found. And it ends with a fight and just the fallout from that. Then Claire goes through a bunch of changes throughout the next few chapters that she doesn't quite understand, like medical changes, um, some lumps found in her neck, and some dry patches of skin. And I'm not explaining this very well.
I
It's hard
think
to talk about your work.
I know, right? I think you're explaining it fine. Keep going.
Okay. Well, then Claire goes to a party with her friend, or not really a party, a beach kind of event, just kind of like a cookout. And there's these three guys there. And they know these guys vaguely, just kind of like acquaintances. And Claire's kind of attracted to one of them, or rather, she likes the attention of one of them. So they sit together and hang out, and then they start making some vague comments that are a little off putting. And it doesn't really end well. They play a prank on Claire that ends with her getting thrown off a pier with ropes tied around her, and things happen. She starts going through even more changes that she just does not understand, which is the whole premise of her turning into like a mermaid.
I think it's a really cool concept, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to read it.
Well, it's going to have to go through a lot of revisions first because, like you, I'm not really enjoying the structure of the story. I think that piercing needs to happen a lot sooner. So I think I'm going to rearrange a few things after we're done with the challenge. Because
Yeah,
right now it's sitting at like chapter 10, and I kind of want to have it more like chapter 4.
that makes sense. So how do you move things around so that it happens sooner?
Well, in the beginning, there's a lot of like, let's see, she goes to like a doctor's appointment, and that's where they start feeling lumps in her neck and stuff. But I can have that happen after she gets rescued by the Eclipse crew in the bay.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense too, because technically her metamorphosis is supposed to start happening after she survives that, right?
Well, no, she was already changing.
Okay,
In fact,
interesting.
she had started changing in the beginning of the year, and it's kind of backstory. She had surgery to remove like what the doctors call lipomas
Okay.
that were pressing against her lungs. That was the start of the gills.
Okay, interesting.
but they're already growing back.
And if she thinks they're
So
lipomas, for people who are listening don't know like medical terms, lipomas are basically like fatty cysts that happen
yeah,
in the fat layer of like beneath your skin. So
yeah. Blame Dr. Pimple Popper for that.
yeah, yeah. This is also why I know it. It's Dr. Pimple Popper. Um, but yeah, that's an interesting idea. So then the big question there is what starts her metamorphosis? Because originally when you told me
Um,
about this, I thought it was because she survived that event because of the certain things that were that led up to that event caused the metamorphosis.
well, I was thinking it was going to be more of a like emotional transition, kind of like
Ah,
how uh, I don't want to steal like from an IP, but I kind of got the idea from X-Men. You know how sometimes they're triggered by puberty or
yeah.
even emotional trauma, things like that.
Yep. Okay.
So,
That makes total sense to me. Because yeah, if you go through something, but then still, like, what triggered it for her? Because
okay, yeah, maybe I backed myself into a corner there. Then
yeah, because like
I might
if
have to
you,
rethink a few things.
well, no, I'm just thinking like an easy way to fix this would be your start is with the dad ship being found, right?
Hmm.
So maybe make that happen and then have it be a time skip to a year later and she's dealing with these changes that she's gone through,
Okay.
because then you have your inciting incident on paper and then you also have something that causes that issue. You don't have to overthink it being like um okay, what triggered this the first place.
Okay. And that solves a lot of issues for me having to deal with trying to figure out uh like how would they recover the ship and stuff.
Right, like you don't need
I can just
to.
say they did it already.
Exactly. And Claire wouldn't necessarily be involved in that situation anyway, so you can easily explain that away with I don't understand the specifics of how they recovered everything, but here you
Yeah,
go.
and the little things I've already written, like the mom having to go identify the body and stuff, can just be like little memory moments.
Exactly. You can put them in as flashbacks, or you can have it be like maybe one of the things that causes her transition is like, or that signifies her transition is like nightmares of stuff that she's already done, or, things that she couldn't get past. So, like, that could
Yeah.
easily be something too. But yeah, like it sounds like, um, so long as you like don't overthink it and rearrange that a little bit, it fixes what you need.
Yeah. Okay. I feel a lot more confident about it now.
Yay! Glad I could help.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's funny because like when you're looking at your own work, it's so easy to be like, no, this doesn't work. I need to scrap it and redo it, or no, this doesn't work. I need to, completely reinvent the wheel here. And then someone else just kind of goes, but what about this? Like,
Yeah, I think I did that with something about yours too
you
early
did,
on.
you did.
So we help each other.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for.
Oh, and this is like really the important thing about having like a writing group or, just a couple of trusted friends that you let in on your
Your work.
thought process. Yeah. Cause like otherwise it's just it can be a lot harder to figure things out yourself.
Hmm. But yeah, I've introduced some of the later characters like Ben. I've told you who Ben is, right? He is the
Yes, yes,
friend
yes, yes.
who kind of turns
Yeah,
into something
the
else.
the guy who I'm just gonna call him
Helps her with her
Fedora.
research.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call her. I'm just gonna call him Fedora.
But yeah, he helps her with the research. I introduced him, and I actually really like his character. Damn it! Uh, so it's gonna be fun, kind of making that transition.
Right. I've also kind of run into the problem where even when I'm not writing romance tends to sneak into my work. So like
Yeah.
little bit of a filler moment, but I needed something to lift the mood because this is the biggest issue with this work in progress is it's a downer. Like,
Hmm.
oh my god, it's so depressing to work on at certain points. So
Well, yeah, it's
I
about grief.
yeah.
Yeah, mine. I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to work on. Sometimes it's a little bit hard because I don't live by the ocean, and I'm here trying to figure out how to describe the ocean.
Mhm.
And I have been to the ocean, but if you're not there presently, you just can't really think of enough words to describe it. So I'm staring at pictures, trying to go like, it smells like fish. I can't wait to get this into Scrivener.
Right? Oh my gosh. I prefer Scrivener. I really do.
Honestly, I'm used to Scrivener, so this is, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
It's like
It just drives me
working
crazy.
it's like working in Photoshop when you're used to like Clip Studio
Clip
or
Studio.
something. Yeah, like it's hard to switch programs when you've got your shortcuts and your comfort things that like you just automatically do. So,
Yeah. For me, it would be the opposite.
yeah,
Working in Clip Studio when I'm used to Photoshop.
I can't freaking stand Photoshop. Like I don't know.
Sometimes neither can I.
But yeah, that I've never understood when like in this context with the challenge, I understand why they're like you need to use Reedsy Studio
Yeah, because they
because
want to control it and make sure you don't use AI and stuff.
exactly. But like at the same time, it's kind of like, all right, I've never understood like when people are like, oh, you have to use this certain program in order to, get the job done. Um, with this context, it does make more sense because of that wanting to make sure it's anti AI.
Hmm.
But like when it comes to most other places, like if you get a finished product that you enjoy, why does it matter how like why I don't know how to articulate this without like getting misconstrued. So like basically like if you make something if you have a finished product that you love, like what's it matter if you make it in marker or make it in colored pencil?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
definitely.
that's the same idea with the digital program. Like if you have a finished product that you love, what's it matter if somebody made it in Photoshop or Clip Studio or Krita or Rebel or whatever, because like you've got a finished product that you love and you don't understand the technical aspects of what that person did to get there. So
Reedsy does have some good things, but overall, it's just not for me.
yeah, I would much prefer like there are things I definitely do like about it, like and we've talked about this before on Sprints of Consciousness. Like I really wish that Scrivener had something that was just a cloud system so I could just open it on whatever thing and go. And not like a third party system like Dropbox where I have to save the file and, um reshare it to local file if I want to make updates and that kind of stuff because that's a convoluted way of doing it.
All right. You were saying about Reedsy?
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with Scrivener is that it doesn't have a cloud system. Like that's where Reedsy reads out for me, or wins out for me rather. But there's some big issues that like I just don't agree with. Like having an accessibility thing behind a paywall really bothers me. And that's with any program. But like Reedsy has dark mode behind a paywall. And like that might be a small thing, but it's still something like, okay, so I need to pay you in order to not get migraines from your program, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that kind of irks me, but there were a few things in like the planning section that I thought were neat, like
Yeah,
the character uh templates and stuff.
yeah.
I thought they were pretty nice.
That is awesome, and that is something that I'd be worth paying for. But I really don't use the planning sections the way that they like when you pay for the program, they allow you to add like extra stuff to the planning sections and whatnot. And I just kind of went, okay, that's neat. I'm never going to use that. I literally before the free trial started, and before my free trial started and before we were doing the actual challenge, I did all of my planning in the little summary thing that they allow you to do for free.
Mhm.
And then after that, I started the free trial. I didn't move any of that. Everything that I have written down in the planning sections is still just in that little summary thing. So
Mhm.
like I just unlocked a whole bunch of features that I'm never going to use. You know, like
Yeah. This would have been helpful to know a couple weeks ago, or yeah, I guess like a week and a half ago. There's a little scissors, a little pair
yep,
of scissors on
the
the
chapter
right-hand
break.
side,
Yep.
split. I copied and pasted into a new chapter because I found out you can copy and paste
Yeah,
just
in
from
in their
Reedsy.
program. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do it from outside the program, but you can do it from here.
They say that, but I copied and pasted from a planning board, and it didn't count in my final word score. So my manuscript goal and my Reedsy novel sprint goal are 30 words off.
Oh, well, mine are a little different too because it doesn't count the chapter headings.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Um, I've noticed that whenever I type in a chapter name, it's 2 words off
Interesting.
because all my chapter names are 2 words exactly.
Hmm.
I find 2 words in my my chapter. Like there's a comment in the one that I'm working on called Desperate Moves, and
Hmm.
she literally says the words desperate moves.
Okay.
And uh like in a previous chapter, she says breathe in, so or thinks breathe in, and that's the name of the chapter. That's what I do. I find a way to incorporate the words from the chapter into the title.
Yeah, that's close to like I don't use actual words from the chapter, but my chapter titles are like pretty frank about what's going on in the chapter.
Uh-huh.
So like my first chapter is called When the World Grew Still, for example,
Yeah.
and the entire like first 4 to 5 paragraphs are talking about how time has slowed down and the world has kind of gone still with the
Mhm.
knowledge that she just got. So
Wasn't there one about a chicken?
yeah, chicken in two contexts. So the chapter is called Chicken, and uh, they get Chinese food in that chapter, and she's eating sweet and sour chicken. But then also she thinks she sees someone in her house, and she like is terrified, and there's nothing there. So like that cowardly feeling of being a chicken. Yeah, I have a couple that I'm pretty fond of. My favorite chapter title right now is The Yawning Illimitable Void.
uh, I think my favorite is Holding Memories.
Well, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, so we've chatted this whole time. We haven't actually written anything, and I need to get 2,000 words done, Artemis.
Well, we should probably get started on writing then.
I'm tempted to go back and start fixing up those things you mentioned, but I'm not going to.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm going
You
back
are?
to.
Well, yeah, but you've already beat the 50K. You can afford it.
Yeah, I guess, but like, so I think you're focusing too much on the word count. I really do, because if you go back and fix those things, then that's going to probably add to your word count, because
Probably.
you're going to need to add the buffers and stuff like that. You're going to have to sprinkle in like flashbacks and stuff like that in your later chapters, and that takes extra words. So what I'm going back and doing, because I need to fix this before I move on, or else my brain is going to be completely arrested on that problem, right?
Mhm.
So, like, what I'm going and doing, I'm on chapter 16 right now. I'm going back to chapter 13, and I'm fleshing out the problems with the court case being delayed. So, like, that's adding several lines of dialogue, and also probably adding some. I'll probably get another scene in there of her talking to her lawyer, and then it's going to fix some of the issues that I have in chapter 16, because chapter 16 is still just like the day after the court case. Like, she basically had a breakdown and spent most of her day in bed after the court case was over.
Yeah.
So, like, that gives me, by fixing those things in chapter 13 and adding a scene in chapter 14, I'll be able to start going again in chapter 16 and like change. Because right now, what chapter 16 is her deciding, maybe I can do this. What do I need to do? Where do I need to look? That kind of stuff. She's starting to finally go, okay, it's not time to give up yet. So, like, she tells herself in that scene, like, come Monday, I'm going to be ready. And changing that slightly to be like, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be ready. That just gives her more time to prepare and have that agency. And then that also gives more time for the haunting to ramp up or cool down or whatever it does. So, like, I think once I fix that thing, I will stop feeling blocked on the things I'm trying to push forward on. And maybe when you fix those things in yours, you'll have the same kind of thing. Like, okay, these blocks are gone. I fixed the things that were causing problems, so now I can just go.
Okay. Well, let's get to it then.
Yeah, let's go. How long do you want the sprint to be?
We can do 30 minutes if you want.
Sounds good to
Usually what
me.
we do anyway.
Yeah, sounds perfect.
Before we start, have you tried Zero Sugar Shirley Temple 7-Up?
No.
Do it. It's
um,
really good.
Coke has a zero sugar holiday vanilla, and it is so good.
Is that the creamy one? The
Yeah,
creamy vanilla? Yes, we tried it yesterday. It
it's
was
so
one
yummy.
of our holiday treats.
We don't typically buy soda, but our friends who hosted yesterday had the creamy vanilla, and I drank like 3 cans of it. So
Well, we do buy soda, but I get the zero sugar,
yeah.
and I just this was really good. I saw it at the store instead of getting. I usually get like Squirt Zero. It's like a
Mhm.
grapefruit flavored drink.
Yeah.
Well, artificially flavored grapefruit. This. Oh my gosh, I love Shirley Temples. Like I don't really drink alcohol when we go out, so I'll get a Shirley Temple.
Yeah, I mean, Shirley Temples are delicious.
So this is like a Shirley Temple at home. It's not exactly the same because I think they use Sprite in Shirley Temples,
Yeah.
but it's really close and it's really good.
Well, and you can't really beat the the flavor of a Shirley Temple. Like it's really sweet without being like too sweet. So
Yep. All right. I am looking at chapter 2.
I'm in chapter 13 and I'm trying to figure out where I need to change things.
I think this is going to be harder than we thought because it's like sprinkled everywhere.
Um, for me, it's pretty straightforward because I need to find. Okay, here we go. Basically, the thing comes out in court, and then Winnie is like pushing back against it, and the judge is like, "No, you're gonna do this, or I'm going to hold you in contempt." So, like, um, so like I already found the spot that I need to fix things.
Yeah, this is going to be a little difficult because the first like 3 chapters deal with the fallout of the phone call.
Huh. So maybe don't do it right now, and leave yourself some notes at the start of the chapter or something. Because I think you still can
Yeah, I can do it. It's just going to mean like mixing part of a chapter.
yeah, which yeah, you probably shouldn't do while you're worried about the word count.
I'm not opposed to getting rid of what I wrote, just maybe wait until I creep over 50 words
Yeah,
or 50,000 words.
exactly. Maybe well over 50,000 because then, you can
Start
it
erasing things.
yeah, which reminds me I should probably actually work on chapter 1.
Oh, for the submission?
Yeah, cuz I got the email yesterday.
That's a good one.
It's going good. I've gotten about 375 words.
I am taking your advice and not looking at the word count just yet.
It's a good idea. How's it going?
I got a couple of paragraphs, so yay.
Yay! Yeah, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from um, writing new stuff with the changes that you have in mind. Oh, excuse me.
Mhm.
How much time do we have left this sprint?
I haven't fixed my thing, so
so
it's not
we
working.
so we haven't been
No,
okay.
so we have no timer.
Okay. I think it's been about 25 minutes. It might have been
Okay,
30 already. Um I need to use the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back.
alrighty. I got 399 words done, so
Hey,
less than 400, but
that's okay. You got something, and you've got an idea of like how to fix the things in the previous chapters too. So
yeah. And technically, I erased 189, so I got 588 added and removed. So
right, I got 487 words, and technically I added 595 and subtracted 108. So
yeah, well, I think we are both doing pretty well today then.
right,
All right, got to figure out where I left off. There I am. You ever just get lost in a sentence and you can't figure out where you were?
yeah,
I saw a post. I think it was either on Threads or maybe way back when on Tumblr. I don't know. But it was like stop writing in the middle of a sentence. That way you can come back to it. It doesn't work.
yep, yeah. No, that definitely does not work. All right, I'm going to get a timer set up since
Yes,
our.
since mine does not work.
Yep. All right. Do we want to do 30 minutes again?
That sounds good.
All right. You ready to go?
Hmm.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's our timer.
Yeah, nice.
How'd you do?
Let's see. Oh, good. I'm at 906 for the day.
Nice. Pretty good.
Yep.
I am at 1018 for the day.
Awesome.
Yep. So I am close to 55,000 words now.
Show off. No, I think that's amazing. You are doing so good.
Thank you. I definitely think that moving that court case back is helping because most of what I've written today is just adding to um, chapters that are already here and changing some of the details. Hooray.
Yeah, I'm glad that's working out. It seems like you needed something to kind of help you along a little bit. Not much, but enough to just give you a little boost.
Yeah, I was getting bogged down in the
Details.
yeah,
It
which
happens.
happens. Yeah. All right. Well, do we want to hop right into another sprint or do we want to?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Starting the timer in 3, 2, 1.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, there's the timer.
No,
No.
I have like a few more words. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
How'd you do?
I am at 1,150 words.
Nice. I'm at 1,332.
I'm like picking at things, it feels like, but still making progress.
Right. I did a lot of reading that time around. So I fixed the thing in chapter 13, and now I'm in chapter 15. I read through 14 and most of 15. So,
Nice. Yeah, I'm giving my character a nightmare.
oh, okay.
But yeah, here we haven't done this in a while. You want to share?
Like share a snippet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Trying to think of where the best spot is to share. I think this will work.
I might just give you the nightmare.
Okay. Where I sent you is literally right before the confession.
It doesn't do this to me. Send longer messages with Discord. What I did to you wasn't even that long.
I think they cut it off at 2,000 characters.
Oh, I guess it was long. It's a big chunk.
Wow.
I can shorten that if you need me to.
No, it's all right.
So this is after the confession Elena gives?
No, it's literally right before.
Oh, okay.
Like the next paragraph after that is the confession.
Very nice.
This is so badass. Get him.
That's kind of foreshadowing too.
Awesome. All right. So, do we want to do another sprint or we want to talk for a little bit? Or
I think we could talk for a little bit if you want. How do you feel about today's session? Do you
I
feel
feel
like
like
go ahead?
I I feel like I've gotten a decent amount done. Like
Yeah,
yeah, uh, I usually aim for about 1,500 words per day, and I'm at 1332. So that's pretty quick for that actually for me. So
yeah. I feel like I got a lot done today, um, especially considering the last few days.
right. I know you've got a bit more to get done today if you want to do your keep up with your goal, but
Yeah, I could do
you
one more sprint here in a little bit if you'd like.
yeah,
Um,
sure.
what I've been doing, I think this is what's kind of been slowing me down, is I've been working on the couch with my laptop,
Yeah, that
and
that can
it's
slow you
very
down.
noisy and distracting out there, but it's also comfortable.
Right.
And I've been waiting until like the end of the day to work, and I seem to be more productive during like the morning and early afternoon than I am in the evening. So having
Yeah,
a good time to actually find where you're working seems to be the best structure for me personally.
right.
I used to wake up at like 7 and write.
Yeah, for quite a while there, I was getting up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would write when I got up because it was like nobody else was awake. Like there's not too much happening that's distracting, and it's before I can really get started working because everyone else is asleep. So like I would just write then, and then by the time 7:30, 8 o'clock hit, I had like 1,500 words, and I was, ready to start my workday right away. So
Yeah, having a good routine seems to be key when you're working. Because
absolutely.
sometimes you need to treat writing as a job. I mean,
Oh
even if you're
yeah,
just doing it for fun.
you have to anything like that. You have to treat as a job. Like when you're doing artwork, you need to be willing to be like, okay, do not bother me during these hours because like when you're doing something creative, especially when you're freelancing or something like that, you need to be able to have time to work on your admin. You need to be able to keep your flow. You need to be able to like um, make sure that you can adhere to the deadlines that you're giving yourself and that other people are giving you. So
Yeah. Yeah, deadlines are good. I think that's one of the reasons I got so much done this month is because we had the November 30th deadline looming over us.
right. And like sometimes when you're setting your own deadlines, it's hard to take them seriously because you've set them. But
Mhm.
like you've really got to look at it as if like somebody else has given you that deadline. Like I made one of my friends feel bad the other day because
Oh, no.
I looked at her. It's like, hey, so you've already pushed your deadline back twice. You told me November 17th, and then you told me the end of November, and now you're not going to have your thing done by the end of November. So you're like 3 weeks behind. And she just went,
Oh.
don't do that. But yeah, it's really easy to just kind of go, oh, it's fine to push this back. I'll get something else done, or I'll do this instead, and I'm still working at least. Like I've done that with the pre-mades that I was planning on putting together for like the
Mhm.
last 5 months in a row. Like I've barely worked on them, and like that's awful for my business because that's something I can sell and
Yeah.
just have not been doing. I've been working on the things that I want to work on, and like when you do that, you're messing with your own paycheck. You're messing with like your business integrity and stuff like that too. So
Yeah. I keep pushing my deadlines back. So Maybe I need you to call me on it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you legitimately can't get things done. It's another thing too. Like you're in a unique situation where you have people who will just like drop something on your lap when like, hey, I need you to bring me somewhere today, or
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
like my sister and my grandma sometimes.
Yeah, and that's really hard to navigate especially when you're putting together deadlines. Like I think something that will help you is if you build extra time into your deadlines. Like, yeah, you could get something done in a week, but maybe put your deadline for 2 weeks out so that it allows you time for those interruptions.
Hmm.
Then, like, the deadline doesn't move, and it gets easier to look at that as okay, I need to have this thing done by that time.
Yeah, definitely. And I had a problem too with my wrist, so that didn't help. But I think
Absolutely.
I'm to a point now where I can stop using that as an excuse.
Right? I mean, you did just completely redo a piece and it came out amazing. So, like,
Yeah, thank you.
I
I
think a lot of it too is that we kind of self sabotage in certain ways, right? Like it not
Mhm.
that we not being just us, it's everybody, because there's so much that goes against you in a creative field, and it's so easy to just kind of internalize. Well, I can't do this, like
It
I
is.
want to
It
I want to
definitely
do
is.
this, I want to do this, but I can't do this. So, like,
Or you look at somebody else's work and say, "Oh, that's amazing. I can't do that." But you
yep.
don't even give yourself the opportunity to try.
Exactly. Or, you know that you need to work on something and you go, oh, but that's going to take so much time and I'd rather just do this other thing.
Yeah,
And
it's like
like,
those memes I always share with you about you could have been writing your book all year.
right, exactly. Or like I'm working on the tarot cards right now and I'm learning a lot doing these and like they're a lot of fun. But like I know I need to work more on character anatomy. I definitely need to work more on getting my characters in perspective in a scene. So like
Well,
the
that piece you just mentioned that I redid,
uh
I know I need to work on environments
oh yeah,
because the
absolutely.
characters look fine, but the clothes and the environments are still not in the same realm.
Yeah, and that all comes down to what you're comfortable with. Like you are way more into characters than you are into environments, so you tend to
Mhm.
draw characters more. For me, like I was super into environments for a while, and then I switched gears and went into characters, and now I feel like my environments need work. So like it is what it is. There's always something that you need to work on, and there's always something that you need to level up. But
Yep.
like
At some
it,
point, I want to max level.
well, and you're never going to,
I
because
know.
max
It would be
level
nice though.
is stopping.
Yeah, we don't want to stop. We want the game to continue forever.
Exactly.
No
So
shutdown.
I would
Where's the
like
fun in
it.
that?
Exactly. Um, I do wish that like I was better at marketing myself, really, because it it would be validating to have more people buying my services or buying my artwork in general. But it's one of those things where in a creative field right now, you're kind of fighting against a million different factors that are working against you. Like it's not enough to be good at something. You also need to be like good enough at marketing to stand out from the plethora of other amazing people who are doing something. Um, you need to fight against the noise of like all of the suck that's happening right now in politics, in people's personal lives, in um, like there's just so much constantly going on, and it's hard to get people's attention anymore. So
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. Um, I watched a video the other day on Instagram engagement. I'll send it over to you if I can find it again. but like how they're phasing out hashtags and don't use hashtags if you want to actually reach an audience, you know?
Yeah, just talk about the thing that you are like
Yeah.
referencing.
And it's so funny because that's what I used to do anyway. And everyone told me, no, you need to use hashtags if you want to talk to anyone. And so I started doing that. And now it's just like, go back to what you were doing originally.
Right? And it's just so frustrating because it's like, okay, I was doing this.
uh it is frustrating and disheartening. And, I'm not a very social media apt person anyway. So that makes it even more aggravating.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah,
know.
honestly, if I could just have people pay me without doing anything in terms of social media, that would
I
be ideal.
I use social media to send memes and stuff at you and to talk to my family, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I post pictures on there so my family can see them, and if anyone else sees them, then amazing, you know? That's the whole reason I made it public. But I'm not going to sit there and hope that a million strangers are going to start subscribing to me anymore. It's unrealistic and it's just hard. But I will like look at other people's artwork because it's fun. I like seeing other people's artwork. It's how I met a lot of nice people. So,
Well, one of the things that frustrates me the most about social media is that I've also met a ton of awesome people, and like I'm not discounting that, but at the same time, it's like if you aren't active for like a week because you've got something going on, it's like
mhm.
the attention span has completely gone away.
It's not
Like
even the people's attention span. It's the like dreaded algorithm. It turns it off. It doesn't let them
yeah,
find you.
yeah, like people can't find what you're doing because you it's just gone. Like
Yeah, I posted a bunch of stuff recently, and I forget who said it, but somebody told me that they never got any notices or anything, that they couldn't find any of it. They had to search my name specifically to see what I was talking about.
wow.
Yeah. So just like
So
Instagram.
yeah, I mean, I've largely stopped using Instagram in that
Mhm.
way, because I just I don't really like Instagram all that much. I don't.
We need a
Um,
new app. That's what we need.
I don't want a new app. Don't say that.
Well, I meant like
um,
Kara. I miss Kara.
right.
We started using it
Um,
and just kind of forgot all about it.
well, no, I burned out on it because yeah, Kara is nice, but one of the issues with being a creative person is that you want to talk about your process, right? You want to make friends with other artists and
Mhm.
make sure that you have people who enjoy the same things you do. And that's
Yeah.
great, but that's not how you're going to make money either.
Mm. No.
You the people who you enjoy talking to who understand the process and want to talk art, want to talk shop with you are not going to be the same people who are buying your work. And it's the same thing with writing. You can make friends with writers and have amazing conversations about the craft, but like actually writers are the one exception to the rule more often than not because they're just as avid readers as they are writers.
Yeah.
So you know maybe you will sell a book to a fellow writer or something, but you also feel weird and scummy trying to like sell to your friends.
Mhm.
I I mean, I shouldn't say you because that's how I feel. I don't like trying to be like, "Hey, buy my
Yeah,
shit,"
no,
you
I
know?
know exactly how you feel. Um, like, even my family, they always wanna buy my artwork, and I'm just like, "No, just take it, please, take it."
See, I've gotten over that for a large part. I if somebody asks me where they can buy my stuff, I don't hesitate giving them the options to, because
Mhm.
like I do appreciate that. Like if somebody actively asks to support me, but like where it's like hard to grow is like you're trying to get people interested in what you're doing, and the fact that they want to support you is great, but you also can't live off of like 5 or 6 sales a year. So like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, thank you for buying this. Now what I need you to do is tell other people who don't know me, so that like they can find my stuff and maybe buy something. And
Yeah.
like I feel like the way that things are set up at this point in time with social media, it kind of makes it so much easier, and so as a result has made it so much harder, because now everybody is doing something either on the side of what their like main job is, or like trying to go full time with what they are doing. And then so people aren't paying attention to those types of posts, or like see any mention of a shop or something like that and just say nope. Like people mute it on their social medias and stuff like that. Like they're like, I don't want to see it, I don't want to be advertised to, which is
Yeah.
perfectly valid. Like I don't like being advertised to. I don't think anybody does. But
No.
then how are you supposed to get people to know what you are doing and see something cool that you've made without advertising?
You know what's funny? Um, I saw some old video clips recently of a movie that was done like in the 20, like I don't even know when this was. It was either like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there.
Mhm.
I remember seeing advertisements for this movie and not being interested at all. And now I keep seeing little clips of it and I just really want to go see it. What I think is people try too hard
Yeah.
and it ultimately fails. And when they don't try, that's when it happens.
Yeah, right. Like lately I've just been like, fuck it. Like, I've been looking for a job, and just kind of like I'm pulling back on my newsletter. I'm just kind of going like, hey, these are things that I'm working on. By the way, here's like a work in progress. Like, cool. Whenever I want to, instead of trying to figure out the algorithms and trying to figure out the best time to post, and because it's exhausting. It like I've
It
burnt
is.
out. I've done more this year than I've done in like the past 3 years combined. And like I am burnt out on trying to sell my work to people. So I've just kind of stopped working on those things. Like the pre-mates that I mentioned earlier, like there's a reason why they've been sitting aside for 5 months. It's because like I don't want to try and convince somebody to buy something I drew just so that they could buy it.
Mhm.
Like I want people to be interested in my IPs. I want people to, hear about the Night Garden and go, oh, fuck, that sounds really cool. Let me grab
Yeah.
the first book, you know?
Oh, I found some mistakes, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
In
Uh,
the ebook or
the print.
the print? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, not to throw you off what you were talking about.
No,
Um,
it's okay. I mean, I worked 183 hours in 3 weeks to get that edited. So some stuff was
yeah.
bound to sneak through.
Oh, I thought I wrote more of them down. I only wrote one of them down. Um, it wasn't many so far.
I've had people tell me of three, and
Page 20, paragraph 3.
page 20, paragraph 3.
Uh, talking about neighbors, and there's a period, and then a comma, and then C.
Oh, interesting.
The comma
Just
is expected. The period, not so much. I just figured I would point that out for your next order of copies.
Right.
These will be special
Yeah.
editions.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did go through yesterday.
Hmm.
No, not yesterday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Wednesday. Um, I went through Wednesday and reformatted the book because there were some issues with it.
Hmm.
So, like, I still need to upload it to all the places with the fix, but yeah, it happens. For first editions, usually have mistakes that sneak through.
Yeah, it does happen. That guy I told you about, Chris Fox, who does YouTube videos and talks about his process and stuff.
Mhm.
Uh, he uploaded. Oh, excuse me, I need a drink of water. The toad is back. He uploaded his manuscript once, and the entire like first chapter was wrong.
Really?
Yeah, or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but he got a bunch of notifications and had to resubmit it right away. So
Okay, so in my updated formatting, that issue with that issue on page 20 is not there. So
okay,
I already
good to
fixed
know.
it, but thank you for letting me know.
Hmm. Oh, one thing to possibly include in future books:
Uh-huh.
the actual number of the chapters,
Okay.
because I lost count of where I'm at very fast.
Yeah, I can do that. Um I don't know why I didn't for this one.
It's just a possible thing.
Yeah.
I was
There's
doing
some.
good for a while, and then I completely lost count.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I'll make sure to do that.
But yeah, I think my sister wants to read it next.
Yeah.
I told her she has to buy her own copy.
I've sold, including the backer kit, I've sold like 60 copies at this point. So that's
That's
pretty nice.
amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Right. I'm really happy. We have a 4.0 on Goodreads.
Oh yeah? That's
Yeah.
great. I don't have a Goodreads account, so I can't really add to that, but
Oh, that's okay. I just basically ask people to review wherever they see fit. So
yeah.
I haven't checked StoryForge, so I don't know what it's
I don't know
um
what StoryForge
or
is.
not StoryForge, StoryGraph. StoryGraph is like you know how people are like, "Oh, don't use Goodreads cuz Amazon owns it." Um someone made StoryGraph as like a replacement for Goodreads.
Mhm.
Um so it's the same idea. It's a book review site essentially.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I don't see any reviews on here, so that's okay.
What about Amazon? Have you gotten any through Amazon? Since
Let me
you
check.
mentioned it a second ago. And I looked, we went to Barnes& and Noble recently, and I looked around, but I didn't see lemon balm on the shelves.
They don't have it in store. It's online only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's self-published.
Well, bummer.
I know, right? No reviews on Amazon.
Well, start circulating it around more.
I'm trying. I mention it at least once a week in my newsletter, and then also like I've been pushing it pretty hard on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't set up any like Black Friday deals or anything, and I could
Oh,
have done
no.
that. Yeah,
Oh, I forgot today is Black Friday.
yeah.
I'm I don't do Black Friday, mostly
Neither
because
do
I
I.
know it's like a major scam in like most stores. So I don't do it.
Right? Neither do I. And like I only have the one book, you know. I have artwork that people can buy, but
Hmm.
like the most that I can afford to give as like a Black Friday sale is like 20% off, and most people are giving like 50, 60, 70% off. I'm like I can't keep up with that. So,
No. Hey, but you could do like a Christmas deal. You could start setting up for that.
right? I mean, now would be the time for that.
Yeah, advertise a Christmas special.
I think once the second book is out, I'm gonna like put bundles together and stuff.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't be able to do that in any of like the like Amazon or anything like that, but directly through me, I could do like bundles at a slight discount or something.
Hmm. Well, are we ready to sprint?
Yeah, we can do another sprint. Do you want to do another half hour?
Uh, we can. My butt's going a little numb, but we can do another half hour.
Let's do 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
My cat just got in my way.
No, no. Just telling you it's time to stop.
How much time is left on the timer?
18 seconds.
She has good instincts.
Right. Yep, there's the timer. So how'd you do?
I did overall today 1,341.
Nice.
And you?
1564.
Nice. Yeah, I'll probably sit on the couch a little bit later and try and hammer out a few more. Maybe get to the end of this chapter. That way I can get back on top of things, but I'm almost there. I only have 6,000 more words to go to tell the goal. So,
Right, you'll get there. I I'm not really pushing myself at the moment. Like originally my goal was to get the entire first draft done
mhm,
by the end of the
the month.
yeah, but I think that was a little too ambitious.
Well, you still got pretty far.
Yeah, I just it would have been nice to hit the end of the draft. I mean, I still have 2 days too. Like, there's a chance that my book signing is going to be canceled tomorrow because we're supposed to
Oh,
get hit with some snow.
I'm
But
sorry.
I mean, it is what it is. If it's canceled, we'll reschedule it. Not the end of the world. But we're supposed to get like between 9 and 12 inches of snow. But it's fine. If the thing gets canceled, then I can write a bit tomorrow, and I definitely have Sunday too. So technically, Sunday's the last day of the month. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'll finish the draft, but I can at least get another chunk done.
Yeah, I don't be too hard on yourself, okay? You got a lot accomplished.
Yeah, and I'm not like upset with myself at all. Like, and also like on top of that, looking for a job and stuff like that. Like, that
Yeah.
takes time and energy too. So
Any luck with that?
no, not really. I haven't seen anything that like would be worth applying to. So
Oh, you'll get there too.
yeah, yeah, I'll get there.
All right. Well, I need to go walk around for a bit,
Right? Yeah,
which
I
is
hear
funny
you.
because yesterday I was on my feet almost like a quarter of the day. So sitting
Yeah,
down
but
should have been a luxury, but
but I mean, it is hard to sit all day, just like it is hard to stand all day. So like you got a lot of writing done, and you can come back to it later, and it's time for a break.
yep. Good
All
night.
right. Well,
So apparently I need a nap because I'm yawning. Your fault,
right?
Artemis. You made me yawn.
I didn't yawn.
No, but I'm gonna make you
Um,
yawn.
yeah, don't do that.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I guess we
So
should end this.
yeah, we should definitely end this and wrap up. So
Well, thank you
thank
for
you.
joining Prince of Consciousness.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining Sprints of Consciousness. If you rode along with us, then let us know how you did in the comments. If not, then tell us what you think about our endless rambling.
Yeah, I don't even
And
remember what we talked about, to be honest.
yeah, right. I
So
feel like
many
we kind
things.
of locked. I think we kind of locked in a little bit more to our writing today
Yeah,
than
especially in the
usual.
second half.
Yeah. So good things. But
Good things.
yeah, well, this will probably come out sometime middle of December, and then who knows when we'll be back. So
Yep, probably next year.
probably
Maybe.
it depends on when we do a sprint again. So
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. All
All
right.
right, well,
Well,
happy holidays.
yeah. Happy holidays. Holidays. Wow. Holiday days. I'm
All
not
right.
tired.
Nope, you're not tired at all.
Right. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.